Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the performance of INT Super Saiyan 4 Goku in the Cell Max event. So basically getting a good idea for how he does in one of the game's harder events. I think Cell Max, obviously I think now Cell Max is kind of a precursor event to some of the harder events that we have now, like his AoE phase and everything. But I think the early stages being so easy kind of diminished the final stage now. Back in the day it used to be quite a gimmick, like, oh, now you jump to the hardest difficulty, and he was for some time one of the hardest, if not the hardest stage in the game. And there was like this whole sense of like, oh, we can't build up, and now it's a problem. Now units are just kind of starting at a point of strength where they can take him out, and so it's kind of leaving him in a very kind of iffy position because he's not got a lot else in terms of gimmicks, and his other two phases don't actually chip away at you enough, so players are starting to be able to handle him better. But he's still a very strong stage. He's still a very tough stage. Still definitely one of the toughest stages in the games. Definitely consider him, super hard content, end game content. No matter what people say, I still find him to be quite difficult. Goku does help very big time with this event for a couple reasons. Firstly, one of the biggest issues you have with Cell Max is first slot tanking. Goku has that quite well covered because Goku has the really awesome ability of being a pretty solid first slot tank. Obviously there's like a brief window where he can take a fair chunk of damage, but generally speaking he's quite solid with that 20% damage reduction that he has starting off, turning into 25% if you get the transformation. He's pretty solid. He's really quite good. And then of course you also have his standby skill, which helps as well. Also buffs the rest of your allies as well, which is also fantastic. So now you sit in this position where you have just a very strong first slot unit, and I think that's something that's really good. Not to mention he has the INT typing, so although he does actually have guard once he transforms for one turn, doesn't matter because he has guard anyway against Cell Max, which again also helps him out. So now he's kind of doubling up. He's got essentially he's got guard mechanic, he's got damage reduction, and his defense can get to a very high level. So he's basically in a position whereby he's essentially nigh invulnerable to Cell Max, which obviously makes him pretty good. Top that with the fact that he can shuck out 15 to 24 million crits, and you have a pretty dangerous looking unit. Now of course the rest of his team has to be good. He leads a pretty good category, pretty strong category, so he's pretty reliable in that sense. And basically he's just a very good kind of unit. Honestly, not a lot to complain about when it comes to his performance in hard events, and Cell Max is one of the events he just dominates through type advantage, through just a whole bunch. Basically he just brings a lot to the stage, and I think for me, obviously in a good sense, I think he's really good. I enjoy him a lot. I think he brings a very decent level of metal to the stages, and for me he's in a good space. Of course there is always that question of how good does a unit need to be. For me, I think he's way beyond the point of needing where he needs to be for the Cell Max event. I think he's just really good. I think he just doesn't have that many hindrances. And I think overall he's just incredibly solid. With that being said, of course, there is kind of a question of, are we going to get the, same level of consistency with Goku throughout the event. The earlier phases don't really phase him at all. Doesn't have any problem against the physical phase. So he just basically gets to ramp up and warm up for the final round against Tech Cell Max. So yeah, overall, probably one of the best, if not the best unit to take out this stage, or at least be the first out tank in the stage. As you can see, he just doesn't care about him, which is fine. Yeah, I think it's great that he dominates this event so heavily. 55% Rainbow, doesn't really matter. He's just an incredibly solid unit when it comes to his performance here. And I think overall, at the end of the day, he tends to have a pretty good time, at least from my side. So yeah, I would say that for me, he's 100% super duper solid. And yeah, I'm very, very, very impressed with his performance. At least, you know, in most events, but especially in like this like Cell Max kind of event here. Yeah, I think he's great in a ton of events, but yeah, I specifically think that the way he dominates this event is pretty impressive. Yeah, and again, that's not to say that yeah, he's like not capable or anything, but, or you know, how can I say, that's not to say that he doesn't do any of the other events or dominates them as well. He dominates them just as well, but yeah, it's just pretty interesting to see how much he actually like controls and really just kind of puts down on this event. But yeah, that's basically gonna be it from me. Yeah, obviously we'll have to see how he does in some other content, but I think at this point we have a really strong idea with how well Goku does in, you know, all of the content here. So yeah, very, very happy with that. And yeah, that's basically gonna be it from me. So let me know what you guys think about Goku. Does he dominate? Is he dominating, you know, all of the events? Is he, you know, really kind of just asserting his dominance over it? And yeah, give me an idea of what you think. And otherwise, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. So until then, take care, stay safe, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. But thank you for watching, and bye.